Right. There's a big difference in doing this business out of the love versus the money. And what would you say that difference is, Quon, just based on your experience? What's the difference between doing anything out of love versus money?
Doing it for money.
Yeah.
If you're just doing it for money, then it's not genuine. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Something else could mess around, could turn around and pull you from that if it's more money involved or something. I mean, I don't knock people, being about no money, don't get me wrong. But
right.
At the same time, if it's not about the love of it, I don't really see a person being genuine when it comes to, you know what I mean? This how the love is genuine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need the love. You need the love to give you that foundation of what you're there for. Money will never, ever, ever provide that for us. Love is the key. Money is the lock.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got a red cup? Let's go. I knew we was family. Let me take a sip.
Oh, yeah. What, you got coffee in there?
No, nothing but H2O. I'm dealing with the water at this point. I didn't coffee myself out. So what were the circumstances? I know you got to remember the circumstances, Quon, that you were in that compelled you to take your experience from inside the nucleus of your heart onto paper. What was that thing that happened in your life that said, hey, I got so much going on in my head, I have to put this stuff on paper?
Well, when I started writing as a youngster, as a teenager, it wasn't so complex. Shit was simple. You know what I mean? It was more about, like I said, I just knowing how to rap basically is what, you know what I mean? So the older I got and started experiencing stuff, that's when I started to take that and put that on paper. Because as a young teen, I wasn't going through no major shit. You know what I mean? I didn't have no vilified. Everything wasn't peaches and cream, but I didn't have it as bad as a lot of people really have, and a lot of people claim to have.
Right.
So that's why even in my music, I just didn't really talk about a lot of downtrodden shit, because everything hadn't always been that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I talk shit from a realistic standpoint, but not, everything is I'm suffering, and you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I don't like about how the era that a lot of rap's going. You gotta have enemies and all. It ain't. I'm just trying to keep it realistic.
Right. So the things that you put out there are realistic things that you're going through in your life.
I've either been through it, I've seen somebody go through it. You know what I mean? It's got to be close. I can't talk about nothing I don't know nothing about. You know what I mean? So that's all I've ever really done.
Right. And see, that's why I wanted to talk to you about OG status, because I think that there is a misconception of what that really is. So who was the OG that gave you the opportunity to take your music from that piece of paper out into the world? Because all of us have like that OG that said, hey, I'm gonna help you, because you need the OG on these streets in this game to help you navigate and miss a lot of those potholes along the way. So who was that OG for you?
That OG for me is my dude Robot. AKA Roselli. That's
shout out to Robot.
That's big bro right there, man. And I got up under his wing when I was like 16. I got a lot of wisdom from him. You know what I mean? We connected even to this day. That's big bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
I tell dudes all the time, even though your OG got an OG.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Your OG got an OG itself. So, you know what I mean? And I'm going to let you go on and ask what you was going to ask, though. But Robot.
Well, no. Robot, shout out to Robot, because he is truly an OG. He's helped a lot of people in terms of taking their words to the next standpoint. But what is your opinion in reference to, just like you said, an OG needs an OG? You've become an OG to someone, I'm sure, because that's the way this thing sort of moves. So what I want to know is, is that what exactly, in your opinion, is an OG? So our audience knows. Don't be saying you OG and you don't have some of these principles. So let's talk about that. What is an OG? What's your definition of it?
My definition of an OG, it's got to be somebody that has a relation to the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't have to be a gang member or ex-gang member. None of that. It don't that terminology, and then people use it so loosely today. You got a difference between an OG and just an old nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he got any type of influence, but not only influence, but using it not so bad, like in a negative light necessarily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when I was coming up, the OGs, if you was a youngster in a spot you wasn't really belonging, they told you to get your little ass on. That's what OG did to me. Right. You know what I mean? You don't send the young niggas on crash dummy moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, it's about respect. You know, OG is a person of respect. They show respect, so they get it.
Right.
Sometimes you got to force your hand to put certain things down. You know what I mean? To let people be, to let it be known that you're a stand-up person. Yes. Sometimes that may be getting violent. Sometimes, you know what I mean? But if you got respect, not from being a bully necessarily, but just from, standing your own, that right there is worthy of respect. So OG to me is really somebody of respect, somebody that may have a little influence personally, you know what I mean?
Right,
and you've been through it.
So your definition of an OG has everything to do with someone that has experience and has earned respect and does what it is that they say they're going to do for you.
To me, it's a lot of times it's the people who've been through it and still here to talk about it.
Yeah. Now that's the real facts right there.
If you still here, you've been through it and you still here to talk about it, you're an OG. Not only that, you still can't, like I said, you got to have respect and, be a respectable person. Don't get me wrong, there's some older niggas out here getting called OG and these niggas got bad reputations.
Yeah.
On the low, you know what I mean? Niggas told on niggas, all kind of shit like that. So, and somewhere somebody calling them OG, but
that ain't an OG thing. So telling and snitching to the cops, that's not an OG requirement, is what you're saying. Like if it leak out that you've been talking to folks, 2-3 people then got locked up on your behalf, you're not an OG. You're a snitch G. No, I'm just playing, but I'm just saying. What do you call that?
Niggas ain't gonna call you no OG. Nah.
No.